Here we go. Carry on the journey to 80. 24 levels to go. But before we start, just like to thank everyone who's been watching, especially the past 9 days. The views have been pretty good for such a small channel.
Walk with the earth.
Right, what we got to do now?
Winds be at your back.
Yeah, when I'm at work, I check my YouTube analytics in between doing bags. And by that I mean I'm a postman doing bags, not any other sort of sneaky bags that you'd see someone doing in a nightclub toilet. So I'll check the analytics, and every time I see the numbers go up, I get that dopamine spike. Everyone knows about those sort of things now with Andrew Huberman. Alright, how do I get these? Diseased hawk. Use him to summon and kill. Ah, there we go. Just click on them. Roasting. It's actually very hot today. Work, home, gym, food, and then straight onto here. Now once I finish this, I think one of my mates might be coming around for a little chat. But if not, then I've got my book to finish off. The Art of Impossible. I think I've only got 20 odd pages left though. And then I'm on to Mastery by Robert Greene, which I'm quite looking forward to starting. It's pretty much all just to help me for the MMA side of things. Granted, those sort of lessons transcend into anything in life, but that's mainly why I've got it, just to help improve that and get the right mindset. Sort of in a different way is why I like this channel, because once I finish the gym, there's only so much I can do to improve when I'm not actually at the gym, whereas this, it's good to do while I'm resting. So you've constantly got things to improve upon. So I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. That's not why I'm doing this like loads do. You see a lot of the classic creators playing retail all of a sudden. I've always sort of mixed in between, depending on which one I enjoy most. I'm not like a classic Andy or retail person, it's just a way up what I like and what I don't.
You wish to speak?
I've said many a time I can play any version of this game and enjoy it. Just different enjoyment really. I like sometimes a slow paced era, but then other times I think, oh, I can't be bothered spending ages walking somewhere.
Well met.
And then with nothing going on. So like, I'm going to be doing this for an hour.
Can I help you?
And we'll get quite a
Alrighty then.
good chunk of quests done. And maybe 2 dungeons. Whereas at Era, we won't do that. Which isn't bad, say, if I was just playing it and not recording it, and then I've got something on the other screen, that would be like fairly chill. But to record it, I don't see why anyone would want to watch that. Unless I'm chatting about something that's interesting, so then it's more listening to me that's interesting and less the actual what's going on. Which would make sense then. Quite a few of these to kill. I love things like this. Little zones with skirmishes and battles going on. It just feels like a proper war zone.
I'm out of range.
I was buzzing yesterday. Arsenal beat Tottenham. That was a good result. Too close. It wasn't the best game in the world to watch, 1-0, but away from home with a couple of players missing, you take it, don't you? Well, for anyone who likes football, that is. He's got a fair bit of health, hasn't he? Recognise that gear. Is that a hunter helmet, isn't it? One of the tier bits, I think. I love this transmog. That cloak goes with it as well, doesn't it? I was looking earlier on before I went to the gym, I was having my pre-workout and just going through what character I'm going to make next, like what race. I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and unlock the allied races and mix it up a bit. The Void Elf one looked alright. And what else? I like the look of Dwarf. I need more Alliance characters. We've got this one. The Paladin that I've not touched for a week or so. So I might do that. I don't know, I'll see. I don't like to leave things too long. Because I leave it too long, I don't have that same, say, affection for the character. That's a bit strong of a word for a character in a game, but familiarity, we'll say that, towards a character. I like to know that, like, oh, say I've got all the stuff that's bind on equip, say, at the bottom of there, and I know that going into it, that the character's that organised, because I've been playing it all the time, and I know where all my buttons are, whereas if I haven't played it for ages, it's sort of become unfamiliar. That's why I've started all my characters again on retail. Because I used to have every character max level up until Legion of Battle for Azeroth, I can't remember which one. But then obviously they changed all the talent systems, so then I just had no idea what was what, and I don't want to learn from max level. I like to gradually build myself into it. And seeing as though I enjoy leveling, I just delete them and start again. Because it's one of the most fun parts of the game for me. Endgame's fun as well. But for now, this is just more relaxing for me. I quite like doing PvP. I think it's more of a habit thing, if I'm honest though. Say if I've got a Sunday off and I'll get up doing stuff about the house, and then I have my pre-workout and I join a random epic battleground, do like Wintergrasp or Ashran or whatever, and then head off to the gym. I quite like doing that. Ashran's not as fun as it used to be. I think that's mainly because I haven't been winning, and as a melee character you really do a great deal. Sort of stand there in the background. Alternate Valley's fun. At least you feel melee range, you feel involved in it. Whether you want to guard a tower, go kill the bosses. And that's what's good, quite like about Alternate Valley. You could play it in different ways. Say if you're doing it all day, you could think, right, for a few games I'll guard the towers down the bottom. Next one you could go to Stonehearth Bunker. And then later on you could maybe take the top 2 bases and go for the boss. Or you could just go in the middle and just kill random people. It's quite a good one, that one. Isle of Conquest. Now that's one of those ones which I also enjoy, but again, I don't know whether that's because we used to win it all the time. Did I enjoy winning, or did I enjoy that battleground? Difficult. But I think ones like that are quite good when you're not that geared, because you can still influence the game without being too geared because of the vehicles that you use, which I think is good. So you can obviously use that, and then when you get some gear and can kill people, go around killing whoever you want. What's this? Every other time plays time. That sounds naughty. They all sound good. We'll go with that. Don't know. Well, and on the last video someone commented that I should keybind. Now I appreciate the advice, however, I can't be bothered to learn. I've been playing WoW for years and I've got away with just clicking. I know, it's noobish and people moan, but I'm really not bothered. Is it going to change how I level? No. Like, how many times have I died during this?
Well met.
While leveling.
Shall oppose you.
Have I died? Well, we'll say maybe once, or not at all. In dungeons perhaps, but yeah, it's not going to make a difference. It would if I was doing arena. But I'm not. So it doesn't matter. Even then, I remember doing solo shuffle. I was buzzing on one of the games where I was the only one who won every single game on my paladin. And I still managed that as a clicker. So it is what it is. Granted, I know it would be quicker if I keybound, but not learning. So that's the end of that little one. Alright, do I queue for a dungeon or will it bug it? Probably bug it, won't it? What have we got to kill? Troopers, Valkyrie, is that it? Yeah. She's Bladestone. What a move that is. Oh damn, now I feel saying that.
Hey there.
Said it before, but I'd love a Diablo MMO in this style. So you go around like the wild characters do, and not down like that.
Need something?
I quite enjoyed the campaign for Diablo 4. But as soon as it got to the endgame stuff, I just stopped playing. I don't know what it is about Diablo, but the endgame stuff like that just doesn't interest me in the slightest. Decent enough game, like. I can see why other people play it, but not for me. I did do the end game on Diablo 3, that was quite fun. I used to like...
How are you?
Which act was it? I can't remember what act it was, but when you're in the castle, that was a good one. On the battlements. I have good baddies on that as well, like Asmodan. And then, what's her face? Lilith. She's good. The cinematics was sick and all that. The most recent one, where they're on that little boat, that was unreal. Blizzard have been known for the good cinematics though over the years, that can't be denied. Even if the game's been poor, the cinematics haven't been. Like Battle for Azeroth. Like, you look at the cinematic for that and that was awesome.
Hello.
I must have watched that God knows how many times. I just love the part where Sylvanas just jumps up into the air as a banshee and screams, "Oh Lord!" That high pitched voice. I can't quite pull it off, so I'm not going to try.
What can I do for you?
And then obviously, it shows you the Alliance side, doesn't it, where Anduin resurrects people and does the for the Alliance bit, and then they all run into each other. That was a sick cinematic, that one. Struggling with that word today, aren't I? Right, let's queue for one now. Oh, in case you're wondering, you probably haven't been, but that one there, look, you can just see it now. I've moved the cameras, it's not as visible. Is a picture of the Balrog versus Gandalf. And that there is a map of the Middle Earth. You can tell I'm single, can't you?
You need something?
That's some upgrade.
See you around.
I am here to serve. The Ebon Blade will prevail.
Right, what else we have to... That's good, isn't it? Good for PvP. Enemies hit a chain to disappear location for duration. I'm not bothered by that though. I can't see me using that too much at the moment. Something like that. I always forget I've got this. Because I'm a night elf. It doesn't really matter. Because as soon as I move, it comes off. Can I get them though from there? No. Seems to last a while now. You off? Damn. I was hoping I could charge at it, but didn't work, did it? Didn't leave too much health. Face down, ass up.
I am yours to command.
Report the battle. Right, where are we reporting to? Over there. What's everyone... What's he up to? He looks a bit suspicious, doesn't he? Because he's fiddling with whatever he's fiddling with, but he's looking in there like... They're not going to catch me. Yeah. Stops now, doesn't he? Now we caught him. And carry on about your business. Where are you? Eh? What's going on here then? Oh, you're going west into Terrace Fall. I like Terrace Fall. Well, that's good, isn't it? Tells us to go here to hand that quest in, and the person's just decided to disappear. They're all gone. Out on the piss, I bet. Right, let's go up there then. Is that now a horde base? Could have sworn that was Alliance at one point. Let's go have a look. It's Naxxramas, I think. Oh no. Yeah, if I'm facing that way. Should be. We're not going there though. We could mind. I went into ICC yesterday because I was just wondering what the level of all the mobs would be. Because with the scaling I wasn't too sure how that would work. Don't really like these quests. Where is everyone? What the hell's going on? Yeah, look, still says one to... Oh, look at this place. On about what? Some strange goings on, isn't there? Alright. Well, enter this and then see, maybe when I come back, maybe enter some sort of weird phase and it's phased them out. I really don't know. Is it Sunken Temple? It's the Temple of Atalhka.
My faith in Marithra is unflagging. We live in
The Blood God.
interesting times.
This was a nightmare this years ago.
It's too far away.
When you had to do all the upstairs bit. It's not so bad now.
I need to get closer.
What you got there then? Druid,
Far away.
Monk, DK, Hunter. We've seen many hunters.
I need to get closer.
I can remember. Saying that, there's quite a lot of classes now, isn't it? So it's not as easy to remember. Got nothing to get me out of that, do I? No. I'm sure at one point, I think this was like, I was going to do it. Might have been during Classic. I think there was the same amount of classes as there was races. So I was going to say like have a Dwarf, Warrior, Undead, Mage, like one race per class. I'm sure that was right. So that would have been quite cool. But not like I just end up making Undeads. I cannot resist leveling in that zone. Not so much in retail, but era, I love it. They've changed it too much in the era. Obviously, you know, like I love leveling in retail for all the systems and things, but that zone was just so good back then. I think it's more nostalgia, if I'm honest.
It's too far away.
And familiarity again, that word. Oh, he's got himself a pair of boots. Nice. Wonder when that hardcore server will come out. Was it October or November? So those content creators have delayed. Oops. So I think they were going to start again on some server, but then they delayed it
I need to get
for
closer.
the new server coming out. Kipping. That video of that guy who wiped him all in Nax was quite funny. Imagine getting all the way to 60 in hardcore just to troll them. Dedication, no, fair play. Or did he not die? Idiot. Tell you what, I might do a playthrough of at some point. I did mention you there about Skyrim, I'm not too sure. It's just time. Once I finish work, I'm not limited on the time. I do have it, but it's just how much energy I have. So I could do that, but I would like having another little bash through Lord of the Rings, Shadow of War. I did Shadow of Mordor, but I live streamed it, but it doesn't pop up the same on the feeds. I enjoyed that game. I don't think I died once during that, did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah. There was one orc who was mental. He pretty much just like, as soon as he got near me, he could one-shot me. So I didn't die to the later bosses or any of the so-called harder ones. Or just one random orc, because they have like weaknesses and different strengths and things like that. It just, yeah, as soon as he touched me, even if he did like a throwing weapon type attack, it still killed me. So I think in the end, what did I do? I think I got one of my orcs to start a battle against him, and then we beat him like that. Underrated game, that. Should have done another one, but he ended it with the main guy dying, I think. Well, you could just have another character, doesn't it? It doesn't really matter. Similar sort of combat, and just have a different person. Maybe have as a night elf instead of a human. Just don't pick Hobbit. Could not be bothered playing Hobbit. Gollum game that they made, I don't know why they made that. As soon as that got announced, I didn't even look, before I even looked at the gameplay, I just thought that's going to be terrible. Why would you want to stealth about in a Lord of the Rings game? You want to just go and cause carnage with either swords, bows, magic or what have you. You're not going to want to sneak around as Gollum in a dirty pair of pants. And then yeah, and then the graphics are dreadful, so then not only is the gameplay going to be bad, but the graphics are poor. For someone like me that wouldn't bother, but a lot of people these days are bothered, say like the younger generation, because all they've ever grown up with is good graphics, where that's not the same for me. The first one I might have played might be an Atari, like Atari, Lynx, Sega, things like that, like Monkey Island, games like Elf, which not many people have probably heard of, Llama Zap, Cybermorph. This last part, I've been chatting that much nonsense I don't even know what's going on. Yep, yeah buddy. We did all the quests as well. Don't even think I picked anything up, did I? 504% upgrade, 278. Some difference there. I didn't even equip that before, numpty. This is what I mean, I said it before, where once you get to certain levels, like the difference in gear is huge. Is it? Yeah, it must be between like a sort of brackety bit. To say between like 50 and maybe 57, like it'll go up by a little bit of strength at a time. Whereas look at the difference there. 17 to 110. Mental. So you could be attacking mobs, do really well, level a couple of levels, and just be massively undergeared in between certain bracket areas.
It is Lord Itharius. Thank you very much. Do
I
not
wonder-
sleep on the job. Unless I have
I wonder what
explicitly
raiding
asked
gear
you
will
to
look,
do so.
stats will be from older games with the scaling of that. Like if I went in there, would that drop that, do you reckon? Like is that as those stats? Because when I went in on my paladin, which is max level, so 80, all the gear I was getting, it had things like 19 strength, 20 stamina, and stuff like that. Yeah, the person is back, so it was a sort of phase thing. Whereas this is lower character, and the stats are higher. Weird. Your mortal strike, cleave, and execute critical strike damage is increased by 10%. Don't know, go for one of them. That's naughty, innit? So torn down there, I don't really need it. It's only just for when I want to pull more stuff.
Need help?
Need help.
Light bless you. Be careful.
That's a bit of a
Hello.
boring quest.
See you around.
I thought I might have been, must have been phased. Do you know when we did killed that Valkyrie? That must have phased us, that one, when we had those helpers. I like how they're friendly, but the foxes aren't.
I need to get closer.
How long have we been on now? 30 minutes, and we've done what? What level were we? 56? Was it? Sounds about right, doesn't it? 4 levels, half an hour.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
I wonder if this counts as me getting out in nature per day. So if I zoom in and go like this, will this count as my 20 minutes in nature? Will I get the endorphins from it? Look. Oof, lovely flowers. Ah, spiders, shit. You would wet yourself, wouldn't you, if you saw spiders like that? I would.
I need to get closer.
I'm pretty nippy there, I think I can get away. Queue for another. I did take 2 dungeons, didn't I? I've got to mount something up to scare those, haven't I?
I'm out of range.
I have to do another transmog, aren't I? Before we log off. Can't be having the thumbnail looking like that, can we? No, no, no. It's got to look clean. Where are these foxes? Right, die, you scumbag. Nothing else to watch today. I've got to wait till Thursday for House of Dragon. I finished Ghosts, BBC programme. Not like hardly ended that one. It's good though, up until the ending. Just I wouldn't have ended it how they did. I won't spoil it in case anyone decides to watch it. One shot. Headshot dead.
I need to get closer.
Right. What do we want? Stratholme or one of the Scarlet Halls or Scarlet Monastery? Yay. It's not a bad one. I'd rather one that's aesthetically better looking, or one which I haven't done the quest for. This is going to be a quick one if he's just ran straight to the boss. Ah yeah, good old Demon Hunter. I love Demon Hunter tanks. They always just seem to be mental quick and mental good. Look at him, beast. I've got a little Demon Hunter which I've been levelling when I've not been videoing. Quite enjoy it. That's one of those classes though where if I did keybind it would be a lot better, just because of the way it moves, like a rogue. There's certain characters where, yeah, keybinding you will be much better, and that's one of them for sure. But I still enjoy leveling it though.
It's too far away.
crazy, this guy. Don't think I've given battle shout for a while, have I? Try that out. This is going to be like the quickest dungeon I've ever done, by the looks of this. Taking it out there to carry on. Oh, kill that. For some reason I thought he disappeared. Another level. Start that after 61. We've only got 9 more to go, and then we'll be in Kazalgar. Nearly ended up out in Stormwind then. Not decided what we're going to do at 70 still. I was thinking about it yesterday in terms of how we're going to level. I think it might be a case of just doing it as a campaign. So as if we hadn't already got there. So not doing the world quest and just doing it. Doing the little bit in Dalaran, that quest, the story mode, and then going into Isle of Dawn, like that. But people can comment if they prefer me to do it a different way. It's like for the Paladin Death Knight where I was deciding what to main. Have we done it? Yeah, and I was doing the memories things. I thought after I'd done that, that was pointless recording that. Because it was just the same thing again and again and again. It's a bit tedious to watch, really. But I couldn't not do it. One, I'd already started the journey leveling normally, so I needed to carry on to max level. I almost couldn't not do the memories just because it was just so quick for leveling. And the gear just helped massively going into
What can I do for you?
this new expansion with me not having any good gear previously. Obviously from not playing it for so many, not years, but months, so we should. Right, what are we picking? Don't know what. Tacticians to me. Deep wounds render last 6 seconds longer, that's a long time. Sounds decent. See, I could look all these things up on Wowhead beforehand, and then when I come to it, make out as if I properly know what I'm doing, as if I'm some sort of expert. But at least I'm honest and admit that I click and I don't know the full ins and outs of the game.
I need to get.
Because that's one thing the other day actually, which I thought was I didn't like. We were chatting, me and one of my mates on Discord chatting about different content creators. I can't remember why. I think he was looking at videos, and I said I like Tips Out. And my mate said, "Oh no, he's a wanker." And I was like, "Really?" I used to listen to his classic cast, and he seemed sound on that. And then my mate's like, "No, listen to this." So he showed me a video where he was the raid leader, and he's been an absolute dick. And they were only raiding Molten Core, and he was being a dick to everyone. I thought, bloody hell. So I'm guessing when he's on the podcast, he's putting on a front, and then when he was actually raiding, that was the real him then. I hope not, because that would be a bit of a shame. Because he's, like I said, he seemed sound. You can never really tell, can you? Alright, one message just text me on, so I'll give you a ring shortly, matey. Right, so if he rings me within... Right, I'm coming up in 20 minutes anyway. But yeah, if he rings me, I'll have to answer it and I'll have to go because he's coming round, so we'll see. We've only got 20 minutes left, keep them all under an hour, don't we?
I'm out of range.
We've probably only got one more zone. If there's 9 levels to go until we get thingy. Which one should we do? Should we do that one? And then this one, that one, and then go to Kazalgar. It's a completely different feel to it, these two zones now. Like that one, if you look how many bases it's got. Okay, where the flight paths are. Whereas before you had those quests in the top left. Was it from High Lord Tyrion Fordling? If that's how you pronounce the last second name. And then the quests from the chapel. Right now you've got loads. Valerion. It's hard to pick names of WoW now, isn't it? I've always thought it's crazy how they charge people for name change. But imagine that on any other game. It's almost like people just accept it because it's been done for so long. Let's say if you're playing a game on PlayStation or whatever and you just change the character's name and things like that, it should be an easy thing to do. And the fact that you've got to pay for it is insane. When you pay a monthly fee for the game as well. Like, you pay to buy the game, you pay monthly to play it, and then they want money if you want to change your name. It's like, what the hell? Like, even you think about it like that, that is ridiculous. Not cheap either, is it? What? 8 quid? I don't know. 9 quid. Level boost. That shouldn't be in the game. Like, I can sort of get that. Because if you want to play with your mates, but you can anyway now, can't you? Years ago you couldn't. But like, the level boost, it doesn't take long.
I need to get closer.
And it's fun. Do you really need to race to that level? Like, when on the last video I made, and it logged me out for whatever reason, you could see in the top right that I've got a level boost. Not one I paid for, but because I got the Epic edition of the game or whatever, and you get a free level boost. I've not even used it. I don't want to boost any of my characters. So it's just sat there not doing anything.
Hey there. See you around. Be careful. Have a good one.
And another level.
Farewell.
Booties. Kelly's booties. Oh, that's a story I can tell you. When I was at work today, this little kid comes up. Have you got a parcel for my house? I was like, what number did you live at? 14. I was like, no, I've already done that house. No parcel for you today, bud. And he's like, oh, okay. And he said something about being at his new school. And I was like, oh, you finished early? Because it was about 11 o'clock when he was chatting to me. He says, yeah, just trying it out today. I was like, oh, how come you've moved school? He says, oh, I got booted out of my last school, got kicked out. I said, oh, really? What for? He said, I accidentally took my camping knife to school with me. I was just like, what the fuck? Accidentally took his knife to school with him. I was thinking, why does this child own his own knife? I was just like, right, I'll stay away from you then, you little freak. And two, like, even if he did own a knife, surely his kids pack his bag for him, and probably too old for them to dress him, but
Open for business.
yeah, like to get him ready for school.
The only honest merchant's a Gilnean merchant. I run a stand-up business here. Pop in anytime.
'Cause I don't live in the sort of area where you'd need a knife. If you lived on a farm, I could understand a kid having one. Let's have a look at these, shall we? I haven't sold that one. Where did I move that to? Where did that go? Ban on a crit, right, we'll put that down there. Soulbound, Soulbound. There she is. So. All this stuff, I'll put it on the auction house just in case. Because I think some people go on the auction house and just filter it under stuff that they haven't got for transmog. Like obviously they're not using this for the stats, they're just using it for the transmog purposes, which I've done in the past. I haven't recently done anything like that. The only thing I've bought from the auction house has been bags and 2 enchants for my paladin's weapon. His PvP one and his PvE one.
Spread the good word, eh?
That's all I've done on that one. It's weird, this one's not that aesthetic, but I quite like it. I don't know whether it's because it sort of reminds me of being close to the end of leveling, I mean. Not close to the end of topping myself out. Like, because obviously when you come here, what are you, 55?
Remember the sun.
Maybe a little higher. So it's like the end of the journey. So maybe that's why, I'm not sure.
I need to get
We absolutely just destroy stuff, don't we?
too far away.
That's right. It is quite relaxing, isn't it? Just chilling and batter and stuff. Even more so, like doing things like this. Some people would say a waste of time, but each to their own. But if you've had a productive day, the thing is, for me, going to work by itself isn't a productive day. Because, 1, everyone else does it. 2, there's no progression for me. It's just I go to work to earn money to pay the bills. That's sort of why I'm addicted to going to the gym. Because you just get that satisfaction after doing it, like you've done something that day, you've achieved something. But that's why I've got a whiteboard over there where I've got stuff on it, which I do for the day. So I've got set out like Monday to Sunday, and I'll have like what I've done at the gym, whether it's cardio, sparring, one-to-one. On the left of it, I've got another Monday to Sunday, and it's how many minutes I've meditated that day. What's the third one? Oh, and have I done my 100 kicks in the conservatory on my punch bag. And top left is how many days I've not drank for. I'm not an alcoholic, I just a good one to do, because I don't really have any bad habits, and that's the only one. I think it's 72 days I've not touched it for. And then the top right is how many sparring sessions I've done, because I wasn't doing them for ages, just because it was difficult with work. So finish work, walking 12 miles, come home, and then drive through the borough to go and do them. I never really used to do it. I used to only do it on my days off, but because my days off are sporadic, like Monday this day, week, Tuesday, and so on like that, the sparring's on a Thursday, so that means I would only ever get to do it 1 in 6. And then when I did get into a routine of going, I damaged my knee. And then I got back, and I damaged my other knee. It's like now I've been quite consistent, which is nice. Just hope I don't get any injuries, because being a postman, damaging my knees, work aren't too happy. Last time, my boss said, do you not maybe think you should do something else instead of MMA? And I was like, oh, well, if it happens again, I was thinking of switching and doing boxing. She didn't laugh. I thought it was funny, but
I'm out of range.
each their own, I guess. Again. They also said, I often get the idea that workplaces and bosses, and even some of the other members of staff do it, to be fair, they don't have a life outside of work, and don't think that you should. It's that you should build your life around coming to work, which would be fair if my job was a football player, or what else? Well, any sort of athlete, or something where it wasn't a 9 to 5 sort of job. I'm not building my life around being a postman.
I'm out of range.
I go to bed at a reasonable time to make sure I've got the energy for the day, but apart from that,
It is too far.
the most important thing for me is that I've got a good podcast to listen to. No, podcast, sorry. Ooh! Good audiobook to listen to. That's not going to sell for 112,330. So it doesn't even that good. I'll slap that down there though. I tell you what, once I finish recording this, I'll fire that on the auction house and we'll see. That'd be nice if that did sell. We haven't got that much. 314,000. Now, if you haven't played this game, you think that sounds a lot, but it's not. Because the enchants for those weapons cost me 25,000 each. So you think that's a big chunk of our money gone? Right, kill this last one. Where are you? This mountain is gear suits. Oi! Don't you kill that. I didn't get it. I thought I took something like that. Mind? Guess I didn't then.
I'm out of
Right, I'll end this there. I need to text my mate back and see what's crack is. I'll do the transmog. There we go. That's the cloak and everything done. And I'll have to try and find what we're going to do for the thumbnail. I haven't decided yet. But if you've managed to get this far, I appreciate that you watched. And if you wouldn't mind liking it, apparently it helps the algorithm. I don't know how all that stuff works. It just seems an utter madness to me, if I'm honest. Well, thanks a lot, and see you in the next one.